Hey everybody, it's your buddy's pal Anthony. We're back for another episode of
What's in the fucking box?
I got a little too excited and I opened that already, but I'll show you what that is anyway in a second. And as for the box on the right, well, I have another thing to add to my list that I blame Steve for. So this is a total kind of a FOMO purchase. We'll get into that after the intro. Steve, roll that intro, please. So what we have here, I guess it can be called FOMO. There's apparently going to be a drone ban soon. Steve has been sending me videos, and there might be a camera ban, not a ban, but there might be a camera issue soon. And I've been going back and forth for months and months really about getting one of these on my own. Then the boss got it, and then, as with most things regarding this stuff and the boss, FOMO set in. So I now am also in the Action 5 Pro Club. But I also ride motorcycles. So we're also going to be trying out a helmet mount and hopefully not lose the $400 action camera. To go along with this, we have this small rig, which the boss told me to get. He was basically saying it's got a hot shoe and it's just a little bit more protection than what's going to come with the Action 5. And over here we have a 512 gigabyte micro SD card. I was talking with a friend of mine from college. For those of you who don't know, I went to school for photography, believe it or not. We felt really old because it was, well, back in my day, a memory card was 2 gigabytes and that was a lot and blah, 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 blah. And now it's 512 on a micro SD card, and it actually went even higher than that. So, ran this by the boss first. He said the Amazon Basics brand was okay, and 512 gigabytes, and it's just that tiny. Okay. Feels good. Feels sturdy. A couple different screw mounts, so I'm not totally reliant on the mounts that come with the camera. Hot shoe, like the boss was saying. All right. It takes a little bit of oomph to open that up, so that's good. Okay. And now for the moment I've been waiting for. All the gizmos. And the actual device. Man, I'm really happy I got a case because this thing is so tiny and these things don't exactly have a history of not dropping shit. Well, before I actually use this, I will go through the instructions, and then part 2 of this video will be shot on the action cam when I show you the figures that I received. Transfer or charging cable. Whoops. This one in my left hand feels way sturdier than this one, so let's see. Unlock it. I'll open this anyway, but this is just the door to get the battery in and out. Oh, slides in nice. And there you go. Way more sturdy and secure. Do that, let's demonstrate throwing the battery in. Okay. Better if the battery's out, so slide it in. Slide it in like this. Spring loaded, so push her in like that. Push it again and it pops out just enough for you to get your fingers in there. Battery just clicks in. There you go. Okay, so that's part one. Part two will be filmed on this after I read the instruction manual and talk to Steve a whole lot more. We're back, and now we're shooting on the DJI Osmo Action 5. For the technically minded out there, I am at 4K, 16:9 format to keep in continuity with the stuff I shot on the iPhone beforehand, and I'm at 30 frames per second. I also have it a little bit darker. I have a -1 on the EV. I forget what that stands for, but that just brackets your exposure, and so it's a little bit darker. By my design, I have horizon balancing on since I'm on a tripod and I don't need to worry about motion blur. I have it on standard to de-warp the image. I don't want it to be wide. And also, I have color recovery on, and I am in the D-Log M 10-bit mode. I have no idea what any of that means. I'm going to be getting a crash course from Archer, and also on the app there's classes you can take, and as long as they're free, I will be doing that, or I'm going to be watching a whole lot of YouTube this weekend, which I usually do, but I'll be watching a whole lot of YouTube to learn stuff and not just give our channel and other friends of ours channel the view. And now here we are. Sorry, I actually got a little too excited when these came in the mail and I opened up the box, but in looking at these, we can do that ever so rare thing that I do and actually open these and take these out for a second. Actually, I said something the other day to Steve and the guys. I've unintentionally kind of got a mini collection completed if I wanted to, because right here before us we have arguably the 3 most famous members of the supersoldier program, even though it went through different names and variations and whatnot. Obviously we have Captain America, and then we have from, I want to say it was the Weapon Plus program. Sal sent me something from Wikipedia, I can't remember, so I'll change that, or I'll have Steve change that in the edit. But I want to say the 2 more famous people to come out of the Weapon Plus program. We have the one and only Weapon X, and I don't even remember what number Deadpool was. I'll throw it in there. Steve, throw that number in there, please. So that made the OCD a little bit happy. I accidentally completed a collection. Actually, while I'm doing this, some more technical notes. I'm actually recording on my DJI mics, the original versions. So I have my, oh, good thing it's vibranium. So I have my receiver plugged into the USB-C port that is on the side of the camera. You'll see I have a video of me walking around. Oh geez. This is why I don't do unboxings. As I was saying, coming out in a day or two, I have a video where I took the camera walking around the San Gennaro feast in New York City, and I had the current setup that I just described, and it wasn't awful, but it wasn't the best. Just in terms of having the receiver on the camera, the hot shoe adapter that's on this mount bracket that I have, it wasn't completely snug, and I had the wire. It just wasn't seamless. So since I'm just buying stuff lately, Amazon actually had it on sale for pretty cheap. I picked up these DJI wireless mics. Well, that's silly because these are wireless, but I picked up these mics that have the ability to just transmit from the transmitter directly to the Action 5. I don't need to have the receiver plugged in to do it, so I'll open those up in a minute. I think the nose is 2-pointed. Nice flexibility. Don't see why they do the torso twist like this, but they do. Ha! The inside is the crayon drawing, like from the credits. That's funny. Huh. Nice little touch. I'm actually going to leave the cowled head on, but good recreation on the cowless as well. I'm a lefty, so let's do his left hand with the claws and the right hand not. The extra left hand is in this grabbing position, and the extra closed is in a fist for the right. I don't mind the hip twist so much on this one. It's a little bit odder to look at on this because of the utility belt. And last but not least, cool that they included that in the background. No maskless version, which is fine. Don't really feel like taking the other stuff out, but if I do display it, I'll load it up. The holsters, you can actually put the baby knife and the swords in the holsters. That's cool. Oh, and the guns come out. You can do hip rotation, but actually the belt and everything else kind of restrict that, so I guess you won't be doing that. Yeah. And there you have it, the 3 more well-known people to come out of the Super Soldier program, more or less intact. New microphones, the DJI Mic Mini, I guess no numbers. I think they're actually up to the 3, I think I saw. Nice that I like the upgrade on the pouch, the carrying pouch. Let's see what we have. Okay, 3.5 male to male, USB to USB-C to charge it. The windscreens. More windscreens. Okay, more the merrier. And here we have it. Wow, these things are tiny. Here we have the original, which isn't all that big, but next to this one, this thing is massive. Microphone up top. Noticeably, the new one doesn't have the 3.5 millimeter jack. And the little one, the new one, does not have internal recording, because with this one, you can do a backup recording on this bigger guy in case you don't have the receiver or you walk away and you're out of range of the receiver. You keep going and then you can just sync it up later. And also on this new one, the Mini, no USB-C point to connect to. So if there are, because like with this one, I know you can do firmware updates. With these older ones, you can do firmware updates occasionally. I wonder if that means on these they just don't do it, or if it actually wirelessly syncs. So this is what I'm actually using. So this one I'm using right now as I record this video. As you can see, the new one for the Mini does not have the screen, so if I want to actually adjust anything here, the gain goes in increments of 6, so I can up the gain by 6 or 12, or knock it down by 6 and 12, satisfying little click. 1 3.5 jack point, a power button, a link button, and that's it. And in terms of connection accessories, we have a USB-C, and that's it. The older one comes with a USB-C and a lightning connector. Quite the haul, and I'm actually really excited for the camera. More videos from me in the new aspect ratio that the boss has been using. Expect some motorcycle videos, because that's what the whole point of the clip over there. I actually am running the Tunnel to Tower race at the end of the month in New York City, where you start on the Brooklyn side of the Battery Tunnel. That's not the current name for the tunnel, but that's what I'm always going to call it. So you start at the Brooklyn side of the Battery Tunnel, you go through, end up near the World Trade Center. Do that to commemorate the run of Steven Stiller, who ran through there in all his gear on September 11th and sadly did not survive. So if I can figure out a way to do it, maybe we'll get some video of me jogging through the tunnel from my point of view, and I guess we'll really get to test out how good the rock steady feature is for the action camera. That'll do it for me. If you have a minute, head over to YouTube, check out Nerd Affiliated. For just $1 a month, you can join the Nerd Affiliated army. That gets you access to our member-only videos, as well as the opportunity to join the boss on his weekly live show, which is Thursdays, 8:15-ish in the PM. That's Hey Archer Live. Pour yourself a nice cold drink, hang out in the chat, and it's always a good time. Also, over on nerdaffiliated.com, you can check out all the boss's photography, as well as our merch store, where you can get yourself or a loved one the gift of some sweet, sweet Nerd Affiliated merch. Steve, play me out of here, please.